Good Monday morning, 1st of December, our first podcast for this month. He's James, I'm Brennan, December 1st. Like it falling on a Monday?
Yes.
Or a Sunday?
Monday.
Monday.
Sure. Yeah,
It's when the week starts. Yes.
Yeah, it's very easy. Wednesday's 3,
Yep.
Friday's 5.
Yep.
Things just make sense in my brain like that. So it is nice. Fun weekend. Ron and I had Thursday, Friday, which they're pretty generic, straightforward shows. You do the typical. And then weather was obviously active.
Yeah.
So that was a big headline, not only for us, but across a good portion of the country.
Have something going on. And I was off. We haven't had this show since Wednesday, but we have our regular broadcast, barring any sports that we have. We always have the morning show on the holidays.
Yeah.
It has gotten to where that Black Friday, that show, and I wasn't doing it. I've done it for many years. It's tough now.
Yeah,
when there's
it
no
tracks.
Best Buy, there's no Target, there's no mall,
Right.
and it is like, what are we going to talk about?
I
And,
guess there was a little bit of a line outside Target, but even then,
they do it's like for one TV or Target for like one Taylor Swift something. Like it's
Yeah,
like
sure.
it's not store wide for a lot of these things.
No.
It's tough.
And you don't get the videos of people fighting anymore, which
No.
everybody loved.
I know it was going through the door and people are trying to like the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie of like fighting for the
Yes.
toy, but they're going for the TV, or people tripping all over the mall.
And that's like a great example of how, I don't want to like poo-poo news, but you see like a little fight and then it goes viral and it's
It
like,
does.
wow, there were fights all over Black Friday. No, it was this one store and these two people that got mad at each other and started yelling and someone caught it on camera and then it blasted all over the internet.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, it was crazy Black Friday. It was like, okay, let's pump the brakes here.
It was just like one place in San Antonio or something,
Yeah,
one Walmart store.
exactly.
They have that.
Everybody's pretty civil.
Yeah. We I wasn't planning on doing any shopping for Black Friday. We've gotten the girls most of their stuff and we're like, we're going to Disney in January. We don't really need anything. And then all of a sudden, conversation came up. Stephanie looks at me and she goes, Verizon's got a deal on phones and new plans. And I'm like, oh boy, here we go. So what this goes back to is probably, I'm 36, let's say 15, longer than 15 years, 18 years that I may have been on my dad's phone plan.
Hey, you know what? Why not?
Stephanie as well on her family plan. And for years, not so much with my dad. He was fine. He just paid it, and I was like, great. That is a wonderful gift. $50 a month, whatever it comes out to.
There you go.
So it's a couple grand over the years.
Sure.
And he finally, a couple of months ago, said, we're going to be splitting up the plan. So same plan, but your bill's going to go directly to you for your share. And I'm like, you know
Breaking
what?
up with you.
I was like, that's fine. I got it. It's the slow breakup.
Yeah.
This is like a divorce, but you're living in the same house. Kind of like that situation. And I said, you know what? That's fine. I got to be.
This has been nice.
I got to be a grown up at some point. Poor Steph's dad. He's like brought it up for years. Like, girls, like, come on, get your thing. And she's like, let's go ahead and do it, and you can talk. And I'm like, fine. Leading up to this, I had never backed up my phone. So my old one, it was iPhone 11. I probably had that for 8 years or so. Got it when I moved here.
It's impressive.
Probably 5,000 photos and some videos.
Yeah.
Eventually I had to stop because I didn't have enough space and I couldn't upload
Jammed.
any software or anything. And it just so happened last week I became a member of the cloud.
There you
Like
go.
$2 a month, get some extra space.
Yeah.
I backed up my phone.
Well, you had
Took
no
a long time.
iCloud.
No iCloud. If I had lost that phone, I'm talking my first videos and pictures, Brooklyn born at the hospital.
Oh my
First
gosh.
images.
That's
Stephanie
risky.
didn't have those. Like they would have been on my phone because she's on the gurney, like after a C-section.
Oh man.
Unless I sent them to her and she saved them.
Yeah.
She had the cloud. Nothing was backed up.
Wow.
Nothing.
Living on the edge.
Julia's birth. Them years 1 through 5, 1 through 3.
Right.
I know. And so
Sure.
I finally backed them all up. So they are saved on the cloud,
Well,
aka someone else's
riskiness
computer.
paid off.
It did. And she finally said, let's go get a phone. So I get the information from Dad and I go to Verizon and I end up getting iPhone. What are we on now? 17.
Yeah. That thing's fancy.
3 cameras. I have the Pro, whatever it means.
So you
Extra-
can take really pictures of things that are really up close and
It is
personal.
It's incredible. We're driving home
You
from
want to see your nose hair?
from Verizon after getting it yesterday, and Stephanie's just like, I was like, look at your camera, like just look at this, and she's like zooming in on license plate numbers, 20 cars in front of me, and it's like
amazing,
picture perfect.
Yeah.
It's incredible to see it. And so I sat there, they transferred everything over, all the apps. So it's basically the same phone. Like I didn't have to do much to it. I've got all the photos, got everything.
Right.
200 extra gigs of space. So now I can start retaking videos and pictures. I had stopped for a couple of months of like saving videos of the girls.
Yeah. Wow.
So now I've got all that. It was a big move. And I've
Or
got
you
my
had
own
to
plan.
delete some old ones, things like that. Yeah.
That was tough. It was like making a wedding list and who doesn't make the cut. And I'm like, this video is kind of similar to this one from when they're just starting crawling for the first time. No one will notice, but I don't have this one and permanently deleted. But I've got all that. And soon enough, Steph will be moved over to the line, so we're grown-ups now.
Is she going to get a new phone too?
She would have to get a new number to qualify for the promotion to do that.
Oh, interesting.
And we had that conversation yesterday. She's like, my number's to log into everything.
You didn't have to get a new number?
I did not. There's a whole process, and I wasn't sure how, because I haven't done this in a decade and a half of how it works. And they're like, no, you call AT&T and you get into your account. They give you a 3-day number that will expire in a couple of days, and it's your transfer account PIN, and you give that to them, and as soon as it's done, they take care of it, and AT&T will send a partial bill to close it out. That's it. New phone.
Yeah, that's
so
cool.
basically, I'm paying for the same monthly price, but the new phone for a 3-year contract, and so that's what I did for Black Friday.
That's a fun little Black Friday thing. Then you're just on your device.
I got it, and now I'm like, I feel like such an old man. I'm like, what does my phone do? And figure it out. I'm like not great at taking pictures and saving it, but it's so much faster. And you had asked me like, were your apps taking longer to load? And it's like, I didn't know the difference. And now I'm like, wow, this is so quick.
Lightning speed.
Yeah.
Nice. No phone, no new upgrade for me. I never had any storage issues really on mine, on the old 13, but I pay for 2 terabytes of data. So it's $10 a month. But I got a lot of old news things on there. A lot of my old stories that I want to keep.
Awesome.
Like
I've got a
YouTube
link somewhere that's got some of the stuff.
There you go.
We make reels in this business, is what we call them, YouTube links, whenever you apply for a job. And basically they're 6 to 7 minutes long. You get a bunch of stand-ups worth about a minute or 2 minutes of you standing in front of some fire scene, a crash, or you're anchoring, or you're doing weather, you happen to be out in the snow, or it's your best, you were wall to wall with severe weather outbreak. And that's how we apply to jobs in this business. It's not a resume or anything like that, like everyone else. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I want to save those. So I just got those in my Sentimentals electronic folder.
Do you ever go back and look? Watch your old stuff?
Yeah,
How do you feel when you see some of your first stuff?
Wow, that guy had a lot of hair.
I'm same. And I'm like, wow, this was only 6 years ago.
Yeah,
and I'm like, wow, what happened?
The youth. You see the youth and the excitement and the joy. But still, it's still like clunky, You're like, my presentation's a lot better now.
You think so?
Yeah. It's just more casual.
I know. I don't want to see it. So that's what we did for the Black Friday weekend for shopping and everything.
Nice.
And apparently, people spent big. We were wondering what some of the numbers would be, so close to $12 billion. So Adobe Analytics did a study, and this was what we as Americans spent for Friday on the deals. Of course, there's Cyber Monday going on today, but yeah, people found some specials. I was reading some stories, though. I think it was a guy from the Washington Post, went and bought just like some of the big name items you would do, stuff that was on sale. And he's like, this was 6% more than in previous weeks or in future specials coming. Like some things were more expensive. It's all. I feel like everything's on sale all the time anyway. Just wait a couple weeks.
Yeah, and I also, it's just interesting that like everybody's saying how everything's getting pinched, like housing prices are going up, groceries are still high, yet we're still spending all this money on gifts and things like that.
I know.
Like what's going on here? And personally, this is my guess, because that's what we like to do on this show is guess. I think people are just racking up credit card debt.
Yeah.
I think people are buying everything on credit.
At the average is it's like $7 or $8 grand, I think.
Yeah.
That people owe on it. Yeah.
I think people, it's so easy to open a new credit card. When I opened my first credit card 10 years ago, whatever, it was like literally 2 clicks. And I'm like, wow, that was easy. I wish I had done this sooner. And I'm glad I didn't do it sooner, because I probably would have still been in credit card debt.
Yeah.
And I was like good with my money when I opened the credit card. But it's just so easy to open one and to just start spending. And they love when you spend it. And so easy to spend it.
It is. And then you'll just say, I'll pay the 40 to 60 to 70, whatever the payment I have to pay once a month. And it'll just roll over and keep going.
It just rolls over. And you don't really like see the how much interest they charge you? Because they're not like, wow, we charge you this much interest, because they don't want you to know.
Always, you can just Google credit card interest calculator, type in your number, whether it's 19 or 27%, whatever the APR may be,
yeah.
and it'll show you, and it's interest on interest, and that's where you can kind of get in trouble. Speaking of Cyber Monday, we got the invite to go to the Gates Amazon warehouse this morning, where they've got everything going out. They said like millions of products.
Yes.
And whenever they get them, they have like 3 hours to get on a truck. Iran went out there and has this story for us. Some of what she had. Oh. 1 second.
23 hours. We're here with Steve Hill, the site leader. I'm a customer. I'm at home, as I do often. I'm on Amazon. I order. What happens from your end?
Yeah, so for us, right, it is always our goal to get you that package as fast as we can. So when you click order, you'll see that little countdown on your shopping cart of when you need to order by. Those items will actually come to the closest area that we can get it onto a trailer and headed to your home. Typically for us, we're looking at about 3.5 hours. So from the time you click order, it could come in, and we have only 3.5 hours to get it out the door. So that's always our goal, is to deliver that fast speed.
And now that we are in this holiday season and there's the rush obviously between Cyber Monday and Christmas, you guys have an influx of seasonal workers at this time. Why is it that you need to do that to meet that demand?
Yeah, so for us, this is our, here in Gates, it takes a couple years to ramp a building. This will be our first big season where we're going to hit mechanical capacity. So basically, for us, we want those seasonal employees to come in, help us pick and pack those additional orders. We're expecting 29% more fulfilled out of this building this year than in years past. And then the great thing is, for those seasonal workers, we'll look at our forward-looking demand, and for a lot of them, it'll translate into full-time employment.
Okay, wow, full-time employment at Amazon after you just come in for this really hectic season. I think it's incredible that people are even like, let's do it after that rush, but I guess you make it work. Brennan, for now I'm tossing it back to you, but there they go. There are those packages.
Mechanical capacity.
That's pretty cool.
Amtrak train just zooming by.
It's fun.
That was us talking on the show. Mechanical capacity. That's awesome.
So it sounds like they have literally reached to the point where they cannot ship out anymore because they are at capacity.
Yeah, what do you say? So that plant, and it's big, yes, in like 3 years, whatever it is old, and like this is what we can do, the most we can do currently. I'm always amazed at how many, they literally have something of everything in there. It's like 2 of everything you could ever think of is at every plant, because they can have it with you tomorrow. Yeah.
I mean, you drive by on, was it 531, I think? You're going by on Gates, 531, and it's just gigundo, huge, hundreds of thousands of square feet, 0 windows.
I know.
It's kind of depressing, but like, I don't know. I think when you build, it's a lot easier to build without windows. Just put big sheets.
They want people,
layers and layers,
the humans or the robots, to know what time of day it is. Yeah. Just going nonstop. She was there during a shift change at 6, and it was just like, it's amazing how they do it.
Yeah,
just all the time.
You hear 2 different things. There have been a lot of reports where, like, the people are trying to unionize. There's like a big push against it. But then I've heard that like from some people, it's a pretty decent place to work for. You know, they respect your hours. They do training to try to get you, into a certain, if you want to get like to a nursing program or something like that. So, I've heard good things and bad things about working there. But it seems like people are still working there and going and applying, and then not only working during seasonal, but also staying with the company. So
they have it. And one time when we were out there with them, they did the walkthrough training of dealing with dogs, dealing with ice and snow, and being out there.
Sure.
Iran did that as well, of all the drivers. So
what do you think about the local aspect, like how they have the local products?
He said
60%,
60% ish.
Yeah, of their items that they sell as local.
I want to know the definition of local. Like,
he brought up, he was like, there's a woman in Kentucky that sells candles.
Yes.
So local, obviously not local to us. It's small business, yes. Woman owned, yes.
Yeah.
United States, yes. Is it like the pack of pens that are from China? No, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I don't consider, let's say, buying from a candle shop in Kentucky a small thing. If I'm buying it here, I don't necessarily consider that local business. Like, it's not Small Business Saturday. That's going to Park Ave to buy something somewhere, or it's getting Guglielmo sauce from Wegmans or something like that. Yes.
Sure.
Versus, and I get it, it benefits them all, but I think that that's where you get some of the numbers. Like 60% of what's in that warehouse is not from right here. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I wonder if like the local spots like Park Light, do they sell, like, let's say if you went on Amazon and you said like a Rochester hoodie, would a Rochester hoodie pop up from like a Rochester shop that made it? Oh, you know what I mean? I wonder that.
No, probably some other company that mass produces it with
like
the logo.
Vistaprint or something like that. So, yeah.
It's interesting to see, though. So they always say, watch out for the scam. So we'll have that for Cyber Monday. More to talk about here on the pod. Our conversation about leaves, snow to come for tomorrow, and football. Ooh. The Bills, a bloodied Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Your Broncos, still pretty good. That's coming up. Back here on the pod, second cup of sunrise, our first show after being off since Wednesday. Give everyone a break. You were here working, of course, doing some of the shows, how it works in this business, but we were not going to do the pod because everyone's so busy. Right. I did do the turkey trot, by the way, Thursday.
Yeah.
In Webster.
You didn't see the News 8 crew.
I did.
We sent new guy out there.
I ran by and I waved at him and I said, new guy, that's what we call him, who's the old guy, photographer, Eric here. He stands at the corner. It's like 250 in Lake Road by the school bus every year. And I saw him with his little beanie. And I said, Eric, wave, gave him a thumbs up. Did I put the clip on air?
No, we were waiting. That's the whole reason we go.
I was there. I was like 100 people in, and I ran by, and it just happened to, there was a part in the crowd coming around the bend, and I was like right there with my hands up.
You knew
I was
it
like,
was there. Yeah.
It was a good crowd. It was dry. I did see the EMS teams there on standby, because when you finish, so most of it is pavement. It's like Lake Road, 250, Holt Road, all through there. You go to Webster Park, come down the hill, and this is all trail running for the last half a mile or so. Down roots, steep hill, leaves, mud, rocks.
Yeah.
Last year, it was slick, and I saw people just limbs flailing, legs going up in the air, elbows everywhere, people getting checked out. And but it was good. It was cold. It was like 50 mile per hour wind gusts. We had that. I did text you Wednesday night, and I said, just look at this yard. And it was just leaves covering all over. Like I hadn't even touched it. All your work. I know, all my work. And I was like, they're going to be out December 1st today, the last run to suck them all up. And I was like, I've got to be able to get these done before that, or else it's on me for spring cleanup. Yep. It was too windy to do them then. Enough snow fell coming up on Thursday. It was too windy to blow them Thursday morning. Yeah. And then Friday, and I was like, come on, give me a little bit of a melting to do this. Yeah. Saturday got some, but we were up 104, more snow fell. Yes. Yesterday, more snow, and I'm like, I'm done.
Covered.
That's it. I'm covered.
Sent.
And I was like, Steph, this is now me, 20 bags of leaves or a couple hundred on leaf cleanup in the spring. And I'm like, I'm doomed. My whole neighborhood was. No one could do it.
Man, everybody was so bummed.
They were. All the leaves were in their yards too, but I'm like, they'll take care of it because they want to do something. People were shoveling driveways. You didn't get hardly any.
We never had anything close to shoveling a driveway.
Yeah.
No.
You did say go measure, and I went out there, and it was like 2.5, 3 inches of snow on Saturday, by Saturday. And I could hear the shovels going.
There, but you didn't get plowed though, did you?
No, they did not come then. So we do Thanksgiving in Ontario. Friday, we did a birthday for my niece in Ontario. And that was, we were driving. It was like, fine. We had a little bit of sun. Get to the county line, whiteout conditions.
Oh, man.
And the girls were like, what's going on here? And we get to the house. We park. We run in. My father-in-law drives up. He's like, we had 4 or 5 inches of snow on the driveway. And I was like, got hammered. And I had texted you, and you're like, validation.
I know.
Got it on the forecast. Yes.
Because there was just nothing here. And I saw some spots in Webster. It wasn't that heavy, but you just had to go east a little bit further, a couple more miles.
A little bit.
Made all the difference.
We'll talk about the forecast and so coming up in just a bit. First, though, the Bills, they needed a win in Pittsburgh. Got
Yes.
that. Aaron Rodgers playing with his broken arm, wrist, had a bloody nose after Joey Bosa took him down for the scoop and score.
Yeah,
it was tough for the first half. What was it, 7-3 at the break? The Bills trailed, and they eventually came out on top. Josh Reed was there to see it all.
The Bills were without both starting tackles in this one, but Ryan Vandemark and Alec Anderson stepped in and stepped up. Josh Allen was not sacked, and the Bills ran for 249 yards, the most the Steelers have allowed on the ground at home since 1975.
But them going out there and doing their job, I heard we set a record for rushing yards in the stadium, which is so cool. I'm so proud of both those guys. They continue to work extremely hard. They've both been kind of like the jumbo tackles for us that have been in and out of the lineup. And it was very, very cool to see them get their opportunity tonight, and they took advantage of it.
It stacks up to, the level of play that our starters have set for us, whether it's Spencer and Dion or me and Vandy out there playing. We're back there to protect 17 for as long as he needs it, and we executed that tonight.
Those guys knew. They knew the challenge that was in front of them. Their teammates supported them. They didn't blink. They really didn't. I thought it was a great move by the coaches in terms of how they had it set up. Coach Coromer, Coach Gunn, and Joe, obviously. And, those guys did not bat an eye at all. And I love that. That's who this team is.
James is awesome. I mean, he's reading every block. Even if you're slightly off, he makes you look great. So having a running back like that fixes our problems is awesome.
James Cook with an absolutely monster game, 144 yards on the ground on a career-high 32 carries. The Bills improved to 8-4 on the season. Next up, it's a home game against the Bengals. With the Bills in Pittsburgh, I'm Josh Reed.
I did see this over the weekend. The Bills tweeted this Saturday. It was an article from a team writer. Something said, who to root for in Week 13? The Giants, the Raiders, and the Titans.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, boy.
Yeah.
And social media let them have it, too. It came from a team.
Yeah.
From a team saying that. I was like, guys, we still got
man.
5-6 weeks left in the season. I was like, oh, my gosh.
Everybody's rooting for the Giants tonight, though.
Against the Patriots. Yes. We'll have that.
Patriots, rather, yeah.
If the Giants win, the Broncos number one in the AFC?
in the AFC. Yeah.
Overtime
Yeah.
last night against the
Crazy.
Commanders.
Yeah, that was an exciting game.
Does that game end this morning? So did they play November into December? I have to check the ending of that.
Oh, what?
It was pretty late.
It was in Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was,
could've been late.
man.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
You know what was interesting about that game? Marcus Mariota, quarterback.
Yes. He's playing in for Jaden Daniels. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is not about football, about his name. Names are obviously very important.
Mm-hmm.
Pronouncing names are important,
Mhm.
especially in this business. They have the players introduce themselves.
Yeah.
He said Marcus Mariota.
Mariota
Hit the hard T, right?
instead of Mariota.
And then Chris Collinsworth and the guys in the booth were saying his name is Mariota for the first few quarters. And I'm wondering if he said it and he's like, guys, it's
Finally
really
said
pronounced
it
Mariota.
after 10
Something like
years
that.
in the league. Whatever.
But what was funny was as the game went on, because I watched the highlights, they reverted after.
Regressed.
By the fourth quarter, they were saying Mariota.
Mariota.
It was noticeably different. It was something like I caught it in my ear and I kept hearing them say that. So I was like, I wonder if he either changed his name or he told everybody you got to start saying Mariota.
Finally, now that I'm back to starting again on Sunday Night Football.
I
Here
thought
it
that
is.
was so funny
Yeah.
because it's very important and for obviously you want to get someone's name right.
That's why everyone calls him
so-
just Tua, because there are 18 different ways to say Tagovailoa or Tungavailoa or
Tua,
the
right.
fun that. So that's fun,
So
and we'll
random.
have the Bengals and Bills in Orchard
Huge
Park.
game
Sunday. Huge game
after-
with Joe Burrow back. They
Looked
beat the Ravens.
Fantastic.
Yep.
On Thursday.
Yep.
So obviously they're going to be ready to go.
Yep. We got 30 seconds here for the snow talk.
Yeah, that's right. Tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow, I think, is going to be the first day where we say, "Oh boy, it's a snowy morning." So, it's you got morning area-wide snow. It's not going to be a lot, a couple of inches, but that's enough, I think, to make things slick, to slow things down, put snow on the roads for sure, because it's easily cold enough. We're not coming off like a warm day or anything. It's cold today, and then we'll see how that goes. Thursday, that's the other big headline: cold blast down to the teens.
How about that?
Maybe wind chills near 0.
We will have
Friday morning.
that heading into the weekend. You got a school talk. I'm going to get ready for the noon show. We'll be back here talking about that on Second Cup of Sunrise for your Tuesday.
Get the Rochester First streaming app today for everything you love from News 8 on demand. Plus exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else. Search ROC and download for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.